Welcome to Geek Speak Live.
Hello, folks. Welcome to Friday Night Live. Are you all ready for a rockin' Friday night here, Ginge?
I'm ready for a rockin' Friday night.
I, for the first time in my life, I had to Google a song. You told me, look this song up, we want to talk about it, or someone from it, and you said, type in Hillary. The minute you said to me, Hillary Duff, I went, what the hell am I doing?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Our Lips Cecile, her and her sister, Hayley.
Her and her sister sang a song once upon a time ago.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what they say.
Alex the Seal. Alex the Seal?
It's Alex the Seal, right?
Yeah.
Alex the Seal.
We knew someone who thought that was the lyrics for a long time.
I honestly, until recently, thought it was
Honest Cecile.
Honest Cecile.
How did you get Honest Cecile?
But that's what they're singing.
No.
It is.
The Go-Go's.
It doesn't matter what they say. Come on, give me some harmony. Doesn't matter what they say.
There you go, that's the best I've got.
Alex the Seal. Oh, sorry. Our lips are sealed. Why is their lips sealed?
Was that Belinda Carlisle back in the Go-Go's in the day? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Belinda. Heaven is a place on earth. With her it was.
She's touring.
I know.
She's touring.
Not right now. No one's touring.
Well, I mean, at the end of the year,
they've had to cancel. There was a big music festival that was meant to be touring this year. It was going to be the first international guest back over here touring around. They've had to postpone it again until next year. The organisers are pissed.
It doesn't matter what they say.
He's going to sing the whole show now. Anyway, why were we talking about Hillary Duff?
Scott just said, Hillary Duff will always be Lizzie McGuire to me.
Lizzie McGuire. You thought she was Hannah Montana.
I thought she was... Because, okay, we've got to tell a story. All right, just quickly, we're talking about Hillary Duff because they're going to be making a reboot of How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Already, it's going to be called How I Met Your Father.
So it's a bit of a twist.
And Hillary Duff is the main character, so she's going to be the Ted character.
Is she?
So, yeah, and I thought, hang on, Hillary Duff saying Honest Cecile.
Yeah.
That I remember.
Anyway,
but
we met her.
Yes, we met her. Hillary's an old friend of ours.
Our first
Well,
trip,
she's a friend of yours.
Was she?
Well, she's not really, well, because of something I said.
Oh, yeah, because our first trip?
Yeah, it was very first trip to
2006. We're on our way home. We're at the LAX airport.
Yep. We're excited.
There is and I'm going to say it, there was this hot blonde girl in front of us. Man, we were all single. We're like, oh yeah. And next
big glasses,
but she had to go through with us plebs, us non-celebrity plebs.
It was interesting why she was there
through security.
Yeah.
Right. And we've spotted her, but there's a guy in between it. Now, this guy was a mound man.
He was huge.
Huge, big African-American guy. He was huge. He was holding this tiny little bag with one of them little doggies in it, right?
Oh, man.
Which was Hillary Duff's.
It obviously wasn't his dog.
Well, I don't think so. No,
I'm just saying.
He was Hillary Duff's personal security guard.
And he could security the heck out of you.
He could have covered you and I just with one fist. He was this massive man.
Huge.
Anyway, it's dawned on us. We're like, that's Hillary Duff.
That's Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't.
He yelled out, "Hey, Hannah Montana!" Right. Anyway,
and then she turned and gave me the eye. I thought she was going, "How you doing?" But evidently, it was I'm Lizzie McGuire.
What happened was actually you're bending the truth. What happened was because we knew it was a celebrity. We've laid on the Aussie accents a little bit thicker, and she's turned around because she's literally her and this guy were right in front of us in security. And so we've laid on the Aussie, and she's turned around and smiled at us like, "Oh, Australians," kind of thing,
And we're like, "We're available.
Hey!"
Those other two guys can go away.
Yeah, and then that big security guard got right in between us, didn't he?
He did.
And off Hillary went. She got cleared through. You can come through, ma'am. And off she went with a little pink
off to the
bag
VIP area, and we went off.
Dog in it.
We went off to the pleb area.
We were off in oh memories.
I could have been doing a duet.
I thought you were saying something else
with Hillary Duff, but no. I could have been singing.
You could have been Mrs. Hillary Duff. Mr. Hillary Duff.
Honest Cecile.
Honest Cecile. Anyway, that's just what we wanted to. But what are you thinking about a remake of How I Met Your Mother?
No.
We only rewatched How I Met Your Mother beginning of last year. Might have been end of the year before.
Yeah.
We watched it. Woe to go. The wife and I. And I tell you what, it was great.
9 seasons?
Apart from that,
dude, it was like 200 episodes.
Yeah, we watch a couple episodes a night. We put it on while we were cooking tea.
I guess it's a half-an-hour episode, so it's easily digestible.
You can have it in the background. You didn't have to think, so we could do it while we're chopping up stuff to cook.
It's like the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, very much. That's how we binge the Big Bang Theory as well. But Yeah, so we watched it, and then it's that final season was shit. That whole ending was shit.
I really enjoyed the first season, and then it just sort of tapered off. Are
you kidding me?
I just stopped watching it.
Bang, bang, bangity bang. I said a bang, bang, bangity bang, bang, bang. You just didn't dance around the house singing bang, bang, bangity bang?
No.
You know? No. And all the stuff with the slaps,
and
all that kind of stuff.
And I never bought the Bro Code book.
Oh, what is wrong with you? That explains an awful lot. He doesn't follow the Bro Code. But anyway, tell us in the comments, are you fans of How I Met Your Mother? Do you want to see a remake where it's twisted, where it's How I Met Your Father? Are you keen? Tell us what you think in the comments.
Also, what do you think of our singing?
Paul said the slap. Yeah, the slap, man. That was so... That whole running sub thing where...
You flinched.
You flinched. By the way, Paul said, howdy. Howdy, Paul. John, if John is watching, John was in the visit today. He was so looking forward. He had last Friday night off. He was ready to sit down and watch it. He got the beginning of the show, and then he got called out to do something else.
Oh,
he missed it. He had to watch it on repeat. He was in today. John, if you're watching, 2 thumbs up, sir. Thanks for being such a great customer and a great fan of Geek Speak as well. So hopefully you get to watch the show properly tonight.
And you can communicate with us via the internet.
Yes. He's got great taste in books too, John. He's a DC book.
I thought you were going to say he's got great taste in television.
Well, he has. He watches us. He watches us.
Yeah.
There you go. What else you got?
You've been watching movies this week?
He said, there, John says, I'm here, mate.
Hey!
John. Tune in. I'm glad you tuned in, sir.
Scott just said season 3, 5 and 6 enjoyed them.
The rest were okay. Season 9 finale was awful. The Game of Thrones of sitcoms.
Yeah.
It was. The whole... They spent the kind of last season redeeming Barney as a character, right?
Yeah.
And then it was all just come crashing down.
And then the final episode... Like, they found out Mum was a different person, and then it was Robin, and then...
it was shit. It was shit. Spoiler alert.
Oh, sorry.
Some people may not have watched it yet.
Who cares?
And if those people, get your finger out and go watch it.
Don't. No need to watch the ending.
He said, I'd watch it if the... Paul said, I'd watch it if the humour is similar. No other shows like it at the moment. No.
It's interesting because it's the same guys... The guys that wrote it are going to be the producers, and they've brought in younger guys to write it.
But are we going to see rehashed episodes? Like the tropes are going to be the same, but
I don't know.
From a female perspective now.
I don't know. It's going to be new writers completely.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they caught lightning in a bottle.
I don't know whether I'm keen on it. I really don't.
Yeah.
Now, what else was I going to talk to you about?
You were talking about movies that you watched this week.
Movies. Oh my god! Right? Have you got the picture there? My lovely wife turned to me the other night and she goes, "We're going to watch a movie." And when my wife says we're watching a movie, I usually go, "Yes, honey," because she's got good taste.
Yes, ma'am. Whatever you say.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
But she goes, "I wanted you to watch this movie." She said, "I'll give you a heads up. It's a bit of a COVID movie, as in like it kind of was done and
it was filmed during COVID.
Was it?
Was it?
I don't know. She called it a COVID movie. It's a little bit B grade." But we watched it. I actually loved it. It's called Love and Monsters. You got the picture up there.
There it is. Yep.
Love and Monsters. Let me just find my notes here to be able to give you a little bit of a...
And it was shot in Australia, right?
It was actually shot down around Mount Cotton, Southport here in Queensland. Anyway, so can I give you the brief thing? 7 years... Are you back at me here?
Yeah.
You're on me? Yeah. Okay. 7 years after the monster apocalypse, Joel Dawson, along with the rest of humanity, has been living underground ever since giant creatures took over the control of the land. After reconnecting on the radio with his high school girlfriend, Amy, who is now 80 miles away at a coastal community, or colony, Joel begins to fall for her again. As he realises that there's nothing left for him underground, he decides to venture out to Amy despite all the dangerous monsters that stand in his way. Now, it came out October last year, right? Directed by Michael Matthews. Now, the main actor in this, Dylan O'Brien, plays Joel Dawson, right? Most of the actors are American. There's the odd Aussie one in it.
Okay.
Michael Rooker.
I saw him in the trailer and I thought, hang on.
Mate, he's good in it too.
I did not see this trailer.
No, I tell you what, this blew past me. But anyway, we watched it, and I'll tell you what, Gins, his character at the beginning, because essentially what happens is, right, big asteroid coming to Earth.
Well, hang on. Should we watch the trailer?
Have you got the trailer?
And then you explain it.
Put the trailer on. Put the trailer on.
Don't move.
Let me see it.
Don't move, Amy.
Let me see it.
Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm. I love it.
That's super sweet, because it's terrible.
Where have you been, Joel?
Amy, I love you. I'm gonna come find you. The day of the monster uprising.
was the day I lost everyone. Only a small fraction of humanity survived and moved underground. I've been scanning for Amy the entire time. And now I finally found her.
Joel!
Hey.
Joel!
Amy, is that you?
Oh my God!
Hey! How far away is Amy's colony?
85 miles. It's an impossible journey. Everyone will try to kill you. Don't fight. Just run and hide.
Okay.
You really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing.
You all alone? Me too. You don't have to talk about it.
You got me now.
You want to come with me?
So I can't sleep at night.
Look out! Is that a samurai sword?
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. Listen to your instincts out here, man.
What if I have terrible instincts?
You'll die.
Super encouraging speech.
You made it all this way for a girl, huh? You ever hear the term fools errand?
No!
Amy, I miss you so much.
We have lost this war.
We could still take our world back.
You're more of a survivor than I thought.
Oh, that was awesome. Oh, I feel like Tom Cruise.
How cool does that look?
Honestly,
and I love that old Kink song. You really got me.
I hadn't seen the trailer anyway. I just watched it cold.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
And just just to briefly explain. So big asteroid.
Yep.
All the nations of the world kind of unite, send up all their missiles, everything else, blow it up. Yeah, we survived. And then the chemical compounds, right, that fall back to Earth from all those things, mutate anything that is cold-blooded. So insects, reptiles, so your frogs, your lizards, cockroaches, all that kind of stuff.
A couple of my ex-girlfriends?
Yeah, exactly. I know the ones you're talking about too. So they mutate and they quickly, because you imagine how quickly these things breed.
Yeah.
They take over the world. The survivors go into colonies, right? Essentially, a colony most of the times is bunkers underground and whatever else.
And just
this guy gets stuck in a colony because his family's all dead.
Yep.
The girlfriend and him got split.
Yep.
So 7 years he's lived with this colony, and then he finally gets, he starts hunting around on the radio and finally finds that she's alive. She's in a colony somewhere, 80 miles away. And he just looks at it and goes, I don't want to die with these people that I've spent 7 years with, and I don't know, they're nothing to me. And all these people, he's only a single bloke. They've all moved up. And this poor bastard's sitting there in this bunker here, and everyone else having sex, and he's sitting there, nothing. There's a cow. She has a fucking area with a cow.
Hang on. Whoa, la. He's not doing stuff with the cow.
I don't think he's doing anything with the cow. But anyway, so then he goes, fuck it, and off he goes. And you know what? That's a good premise. I was like, fuck it, let's just go. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die out there.
That shit'll get off the pot.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, sorry. Whoops.
Anyway, he as first he carried, I even said to Denny a few times, I look at him and go, this guy's character's shitting me. But you fall in love with him a little bit, and it turns out to be a very good movie. Okay. Few cringe moments, especially when they hit a beach. That's all I'm going to say. There's a few things there. Okay. And you're just like, oh, this has jumped the shark a little bit. But it kind of comes, which is appropriate because they're on a beach. But anyway,
is there a shark involved?
No.
Okay.
No.
Would it be a
something else?
It'd be a mutant shark, right?
If it had but no, there's something else.
Okay.
Anyway, there's a mutant.
Was it one of my ex-girlfriend mutants?
I'm not saying a word. But anyway, go watch it. It is quite good.
Awesome.
Anyway, then skip to the end. A couple of nights later, my wife says, you pick a movie, and so I'm flicking through, and on Netflix, you just do the whole search with surf. Anyway, up comes this thing, American Assassin. And what got me, the picture on it was Michael Keaton.
This one here?
That one there, that's it. And I went, oh, Michael Keaton.
I'll watch anything
I'll watch
with
that. So I quickly read the little blurb that comes up, CIA trains the new wave of assassins. Yep, cool, boom, we're putting that on. Within the first couple of minutes, I'm going, fuck on, mate, looks familiar.
That bloke looks like someone I thought I knew.
And then Denny goes, it's the guy from Love and Monsters. And I'm like, oh my God.
Which is interesting because in American Assassin, he seems a lot older and a lot more.
But it was filmed earlier. It came out, what, 20
years ago,
2017 or something like that?
Something like that. And then
Let me have a look.
And then Love and Monsters only coming out recently.
Yeah, 2017 for American Assassin. And I'll just quickly... After Mitch loses his girlfriend in a terrorist attack, he sets out to avenge her death and gets himself enlisted in the CIA in order to put an end to terrorism.
Interesting.
Right? Now, essentially, Michael Keaton plays an old, grizzled CIA agent who's now training the new guys.
Okay.
Right? And so this guy lands in his thing and Michael Keaton just doesn't like him kind of thing.
Yep.
They begrudgingly have to end up working together and take down one of Michael's old students who's gone rogue.
Yes, yes.
And you see him in other things too. My wife knows who he is. I'm like, that guy looks familiar.
Yes,
I've seen him in shit.
yes.
But he's not a on the tip of your tongue actor, right? Michael, like this young guy, Dylan O'Brien, mate. So I've seen him in two completely different type of films, and I've loved him in both. I think this guy has got a career ahead of him if he keeps doing these kind of movies.
Cool.
I think he's fantastic. And so do yourself a favour if you haven't watched it, American Assassin, right? And then Love and Monsters. Probably actually start out with Love and Monsters first, then watch American Assassin.
Helen's just said Love and Monsters. That's on my watch list.
Yeah, Helen, you'll love it. I reckon you really, really will. But American Assassin, right? So Michael Keaton in it. There's just bits there where I just turn to the wife and go, you know what? He could still play Batman. He could play a old, grizzled Bruce Wayne. Dark Knight Returns. Boom. The very next morning.
It'd be amazing if that could come true.
I just said to myself, wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that be awesome? The next morning, I get to work, sit down with my coffee, get a text from the lovely wife. She goes, your dreams have just come true. It's confirmed Michael Keaton is in the Flash movie playing an alternate version of Batman.
What?
Yeah, 89 Batman.
He signed the paperwork, yes?
I swear to God. Anyone walking past the shop that morning would have heard a high-pitched, and then and then this little celebrity, like a celebratory dance around the shop.
Hey, and this is going to be the thumbnail for the video, all right?
That's, anyway, I was so over the moon. I'm like, yes, fantastic, because this guy's got it. I love Michael Keaton as an actor. I actually pointed out someone the other day they'd never heard of, remember Night Shift? Him and Henry Winkler?
Oh, yeah.
Working in a morgue?
Yeah.
Yeah. They went, what? I went, you've got to go and track it down.
Yeah.
I said it was phenomenal.
Yeah. But then there's another movie called The Dream Team, where it's him, Christopher Lloyd.
Oh my God. You had me at Christopher Lloyd.
They're psych patients, right? That the four of them get taken to a baseball game, and on the way...
Yes!
Yeah!
I have watched that, yes!
It's
Michael Keaton, he made some great movies.
Oh man, it's such a great movie.
Mr. Mum?
Yes!
Multiplicity? We're going to go pat a dolphin. We're going to eat a dolphin.
We're going to go eat a dolphin. No. We're going to go pat a dolphin. While we are talking The Flash, can I show you... The Flash actually started filming this week.
I haven't seen this until he just showed it to me just before, folks. Check this on out. Right, Ginger showed me that, and once again...
Someone just filled the...
I think I nearly put a crack in the glass. I was that high. Anyway, I didn't know it actually started filming.
It started filming this week. When I saw that, I went, holy shit! I thought it was months away.
Yeah, but it's not.
Yes.
So I'm counting. That's going to be cool.
So what they're saying now is both Michael Keaton has signed the paperwork and Ben Affleck has signed the paperwork.
Because I also heard this week... the rumours are very strong that apparently HBO Max is currently in talks with Ben Affleck, not for a Batman movie, but a HBO Max Batman series. Right? Where we would possibly see maybe a 5-6 part series of that Batman universe and Ben Affleck back as Bruce Wayne Batman. And I'll tell you what, if that happens, this guy right here is going to fill the cup. Right, Batfleck all the way, buddy. Batfleck all the way.
The Flash movie is to come out November 2022.
22? Hey, Sean's tuned in.
Hey, dude.
Mate, how was Gold Coast Supernova? Because I've heard none of my customers went.
Really?
None of them.
I saw some photos of cosplayers, but that's about as far as...
Yeah, I want to know. What was it like? What was the atmosphere like during COVID? You know, like there's all this kind of COVID stuff still going on. Was it a rocking atmosphere down there? Was it busy? Was it more spread out? Tell us if you can in the comments. How'd you go down there? How was XCT? Was it received well down there? Yeah, so let us know, Sean.
Paul just said Michael Keaton is in the trial of the Chicago 7 too on Netflix.
I haven't watched it.
Is it good?
Paul?
Let us know.
What would
Well,
you give-
obviously it's good. if
What
it's
would you
Michael
give it
Keaton.
out of 5, Paul? If 5's high and 1's low, give us a rating out of 5 on that one, and we'll see about that.
Interesting.
Yes, what else you got for
Yes.
us?
Can I show you a little image that I saw this week? Something to do with a television show that we're all a little bit interested in.
Is that Mandalorian, Ginge?
That is the Mandalorian.
Oh.
And what is that standing behind him?
Oh.
That is a Wookiee.
That's a Wookiee.
That is a full-on Wookiee.
Or is that just me with a shirt off?
If
my wife comments right now, I'm going to be heartbroken, I reckon. But then again...
So what they're saying is this photo was taken on the set, and they're not sure whether it's just a background character or it's a main character. But there is a Wookiee in the upcoming Boba Fett / Mandalorian.
I'm chuffed.
It looks like this is the book of Boba Fett rather than the Mandalorian.
Well, isn't that what the next series is going to be?
Yeah.
And
I don't think the Mandalorian's even...
Has it started shooting?
I don't think it has, because I think
That's
there's so much...
concept art, is it?
That is a set photo that apparently is real. And that's Boba Fett in the background.
It is.
So...
Very keen. Very keen.
That's all I can say. That's all I can say. I don't know what... And while we're talking about The Mandalorian, guess who wants to direct an episode of it?
Ryan Johnson?
Ryan Johnson. A little-known director who directed a movie called The Last Jedi.
Which was shit.
And then they had to make the final movie. Don't watch that one. Don't watch that one.
They should not allow him anywhere to get his dirty, grubby mitts on anything Star Wars from
What
now
I don't
on.
understand is he made Looper.
Yeah, which was a good
A
film.
great movie. How did he manage to completely balls up the...
Just say to you, how did he fuck up Star Wars?
Just saying. Sorry.
Sean's commented and said Gold Coast Supernova went well, sold a bunch of comics, almost 100 all up, which is crazy.
Oh, dude.
Everyone was super happy. It was a great vibe. He said limited guests, exhibitors, and Artist Alley. Very small show, reminded him of when they first started.
Okay.
You know what, Sean? That's probably what I think Supernova's lost. I remember going back when they first kicked off here in Queensland, when they were at the RNA Showgrounds.
Yes, yep.
Brisbane Supernova.
Those photos just popped up for Facebook for me again.
They were great shows, and they were more intimate. They had a bit more focus on comics, I'll be honest.
And you actually got to stand and talk to the celebrities. I remember a little known...
You peed near a celebrity.
Don't tell people this.
Was it Luke Perry?
It was Luke Perry.
That's right, you peed right beside Luke Perry.
Yeah, and then...
In a toilet. He didn't just whip it out and start
hang on.
peeing in Artist Alley or anything.
Just...
Or did you? We got asked to... No, we didn't get asked to. We've never been asked to leave a Supernova. But we...
Ixnay on the...
Well, we used to go along just as punters, even at the early ones.
Yes.
And they were just so great. Yeah, they were more of a family type show. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't all about cosplay. It wasn't all about raping your wallet to get every cent out of you for celebrity signatures and photos and all that kind of stuff. It was more about wandering around, cool cosplay, talk to Aussie creators about stuff, and then there were celebrities, but the celebrities weren't
hidden behind a rope.
No, they were a little bit more...
Remember the one celebrity you spoke to? At length?
Which one?
He shares your namesake.
Oh, Todd McFarlane. Oh, my God.
Dude, you stood there talking to them for like half an hour.
No, he actually said, because I said, I asked a simple question, because I got something signed, and they had like no photos, no this, no. And I just said, a quick question for you, Todd, I'm a retailer. Are you bringing back your Spawn trades into print? And he goes, have you got a second? I'm like, yes, sir.
I've got all the time in the world.
And he goes, sit down for a second. And him and I had this chat. And he's like, this is what we're going to do in the next year. This is my horrible Todd McFarlane impersonation. What we're going to do in the next year is we're bringing back Spawn in these compendiums. And we're going to keep them in print. And we're going to... And I'm like... And he goes, do you think you'll sell them in your store? And I'm like, oh, yes, Mr. McFarlane, I certainly will. Call me Todd. You know, like he was just...
And you're like, it's a wonderful story.
Anyway, I swear to Christ. Anyway, then at the end of it, because they got these, the big sign up, no photo. And he's got there's this handler standing by, like, death looking me.
Oh, yeah.
And I just thought, fuck you, pal, I'm going to push this. I went, Mr. McFarlane. He's like, call me Todd. And I said, is it possible to get a photo to put up on my show? Oh, and this person's gone to go.
He did, yeah.
No. And Todd's just turned around and just done the look, fuck off, kind of. He didn't say it, but he's just given that look. Yeah. And he's there, he's grabbed me.
He did,
got my arm around. I think you took
the photo, yeah.
And he's like, so I got the Spawn comic, I got Spawn #1 signed by him. And he's got his arm, he's grabbed it. He's like, and I swear I turned a little bit gay because I'm like, I would fall for this man. If he leant in and went for the reach around or anything, I would just fall for him. He was just amazing. He was just the loveliest guy, is what I'm saying.
What I liked is the fact that I took a couple of photos and he said, he actually asked to look at it and said, is it a good one?
Is it good? Give me a look at that phone. Oh, hold the comic up higher. And I'm like, I treasure that photo.
Yes.
I treasure that memory. And I swear to you, if he, no matter what he does, I will back 100%.
Yep.
And just saying that, Spawn Universe, right? There's a one-shot coming out which is about to launch a whole bunch of new Spawn titles. We pushed it. I've talked it up to customers here. It's amazing. Mate, Spawn's going through a 90s renaissance here.
That's awesome.
That book is probably going to turn out to be at the moment, for this year at least, it'll probably be our second top seller. Berserker, the Keanu Reeves book, is just
without doubt,
crazy high. Spawn Universe is way up there. Our pre-orders on it are phenomenal. Just putting that out there.
That's cool.
So, yeah, love it.
Paul just asked, did I cross the streams with Luke Perry?
No, you didn't pee on his shoes, thankfully.
No. A friend of ours apparently peed on the shoes of another celebrity. Yeah.
Mikey Robbins. By the way, and just thank you to our producer off screen. She's actually just made sure. Don't forget, the chick in Love and Monsters, right? That's with Michael Rooker. Yeah. She played a young Gamora.
Oh,
she was good. Oh. She played young Gamora in the Guardians movies and all that. Yeah,
okay, cool. That's cool.
So another reason to watch Love and Monsters.
I kind of feel like we need to have a breather after talking about Todd McFarlane.
Do you know, it just puts such a smile on my face. I think the man is such a legend. But that's what I mean. You could get close and have a talk to a celebrity and just be cool. Yeah. Nowadays, I find the last like Sean's saying that it's a little bit different because of COVID. That's gone back to that. The last few years for me with Supernova and those kind of conventions here in Australia turned me off a bit because it was so just get out. It was just about getting as much money out of you, and a lot of people, my customer base, have said a lot of them tapered off going. It had to be something really special to get them to Supernova. Yep. Because they said we just feel like we've got no money really quickly because everyone's like it costs an arm and a leg to do anything. Yep. And you kind of come away going, what do we do? What do we get? It's not the experiences that we fond memories we have.
I remember those times that we went when it was in the RNA showgrounds and they had heaps of collectibles and merchandise and that sort of felt like that sort of tapered away.
The amount of comic dealers that used to be there with back issues, new release comics, graphic novels, it tapered off. You still get Kings, one of the largest in Australia, would travel to pretty much every Supernova and have a big setup. But all the little guys, all the cost of the booths went skyrocketing. And so all these small independent retailers, that's why we've never done it. It just got too exorbitant to pay, too expensive, and it became a massive logistical nightmare to go, especially if you're not from Brisbane or Gold Coast, to be able to travel there, put yourself up, for a couple of nights in a hotel. You can't do it just yourself. You've got to have a couple of helpers or staff with you.
Yes, I can imagine.
That all adds up. And then when they kept putting the price of the booths up as well, you're just like, people weren't making money back.
You're pricing yourself out of the
market. A lot of retailers, smaller retailers that I know personally, just gave it up a couple of years ago and went, we're just breaking even with all the costs and everything. We're not making any profit. And it's like, why would you do it for that if you're not making profit?
Sean just said, so many people stopped and checked out the comic art and didn't have to rush off and line up and to be in other rooms or talks. It was all in one space.
Oh, really?
That's cool.
That's what I like. He said tickets were still a touch expensive, but did seem cheaper for fans overall.
Oh, well, good.
That's what I want to see. Good. I like seeing that kind of stuff.
Bring it back to the fans.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, that's why you're doing it, eh?
Yeah, if you've never been to one, keep an eye out for Brisbane Nova, which I think is November. Hopefully, I doubt we'll have international guests for at least another 2 years. But wait and see who they pull out. They may still get some cool guests there. And if that's a good sign, if Sean's saying that there's a lot more local creators, this might be the swing back to where we need to see it.
Let's hope so.
Yeah. What else you got for me?
We have a... can I show you this piece of artwork that I saw this week?
You've shown me a couple of bits of artwork, sir.
And it's interesting, all right? We saw this in the Army of the Dead
trailer. Yeah, we watched last week.
The zombie tiger.
Yep.
Well, there's a story behind the zombie tiger.
Is it? Do tell, Ginger. I like a good zombie story.
The story of the zombie tiger is, righto, when they went to do the behind the scenes of this, right, the VFX company rang up all these different zoos, right? And they
said we want a dead tiger.
Well, no, we want a real tiger.
Oh, okay.
We want a live tiger so we can go film it, see how it moves, you know, scan, get everything right. And then months later, a little known television show came out on Netflix called
Tiger King.
Tiger King.
I haven't watched it. You have.
And evidently, Zombie Tiger, which they're lovingly calling Valentine, is a tiger that lives in Carol Baskin's zoo.
She's the one that they suspect killed old mate, the Tiger
Her
King.
husband. Her husband.
Oh, that
Tiger King is the guy that went to jail because he tried to hire someone to kill Carol Baskins. Because she had a competing zoo that he didn't like.
Oh my god! Right, I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yes,
I'll have to watch it.
But Zombie Tiger, I'm still
Tiger.
on board. Army of the Dead. I'm so on.
You're there? You're on board?
So on board.
You watch some weird shit.
What?
You watch some weird shit. Can I talk about something Aussie, like an Aussie writer?
If you like.
Have you got a picture for me?
I have got a picture of someone.
They have announced a brand new Superman book is coming out. Let me just see if I can tell you when. It's this. So summer for America, so winter for us. So you'll probably see it in the next previews. I'm assuming next previews or previews after.
Okay.
Is when you will see this. They're relaunching Superman from #1. That's the cover right there. You've got up there, Ginge. Now that's
a pretty looking cover.
That's a retro cover.
It is a retro cover.
It's a harken back to the old original Superman.
Is this the new Superman costume?
That is Jonathan Kent as Superman. So
Superboy, right?
Nah, this is where it gets tricky.
Okay.
This is where it gets tricky. Okay. So. In Rebirth, they introduced Jonathan Kent as Lois and Clark's son.
As a kid.
Yeah, as a kid.
Yep.
And he was just developing his powers. Those stories written by Peter Tomasi and Dan Jurgens were phenomenal. They were fun. It was like, dad teaching his son about this is how you're going to get your powers, this is how you use them responsibly, and things that go wrong and stuff like that. And it was just really good. And then they had a dynamic between Jonathan Kent and Damian Wayne. So Superboy and Robin.
Okay.
And they even had a team-up book, the Super Sons. Fantastic times.
Young teenagers.
Yeah, well, kids. Maybe 13 years of age, something like that. Then along comes Brian Michael fucking Bendis, okay? DC
Who's
hiring.
a great bloke in person to meet.
Nice bloke if you ever meet him. However, shit writer. Seriously though, he fucks everything he touches. So he come along and the first thing off, cab out of the rank, he's gone, I'm aging, I'm taking John from a kid, I'm sending him off with his grandfather Jor-El, who Jor-El had been brought back into the comics. He'd been like time display. I don't know, he'd survived or something. Anyway, he goes, right, I'm sending him off into space, but they get lost in the time stream. And when John comes back, he's suddenly 17.
Wow.
So fans were like, oh, what have you done, Brian Michael Bendis? Curse you. And he'd undone all the cool tales where Robin and John are roughly the same age, or a year between them, and they could team up. Suddenly it's 17 and 13. It's not... no 17-year-old wants to hang out with a 13-year-old.
They're not going to see eye to eye.
No! It's not cool.
No.
So anyway, fans were pissed. Bendis' Superman run was a bit meh.
Yeah.
They've got a new bloke on. He's doing action of Superman at the moment. Now he's going to continue on in action.
Okay.
With Clark as Superman in action.
Yep.
Superman is relaunching, written by Tom Taylor, the Aussie writer.
Yes.
With Jonathan Kent in the Superman costume.
Right.
17 years of age, stepping into the role of Superman.
Right.
Right. People are excited. Now, have you got some of the other covers there?
I did. I wanted to show this.
You've got some nice variants coming up to this.
This cover here that I like the look of, but he's wearing a completely different suit.
Yeah, I don't know whether they're going to actually introduce this suit in the comic or not.
I really like those the fingerless gloves,
don't you?
And the black pants. I just
look that
artwork looks
that's
really
going to
cool.
be one of the B covers. That's it'll be cardstock B cover. That's quite nice. You got any others there?
I've got another Superman comic, but is that a different Superman altogether?
It will be, yes. Okay. But anyway, so we've got Superman #1 coming out. As I said, Action Comics continuing.
Okay.
Now,
so there's two Supermen in the same universe.
His dad, Clark, is still kind of around. This is what I'm going to get to. He is appearing. Actually, first off, let me just quickly read to you about Tom Taylor. Right. So so it's called Superman, Son of Kal-El by Taylor, and the guy from Harley Quinn, who's been doing a bit of Harley Quinn work, John Timms, is going to be the artist. Now, we'll be focusing on the new adventures of Superman. With the Legion of Superheroes having shown him a future where Superman perished, John Kent is grappling with the fact his father's days may be numbered. Still, he'll become the new Man of Steel and serve as the protector of Earth. Superman Son of Kal-El will come to comic book shops in early July. And yeah, so you'll be able to pre-order it. Comes out early July. And it focuses, like I say, on John. But Clark is still around.
I don't get this. I don't get this.
But John believes, because the Legion of Superheroes showed him in the future that Clark's days are numbered, that he dies.
Okay.
So John's thinking anything can take my dad. So he gets a bit overprotective and blah, blah, blah. So he steps into the role to be Superman, okay?
Okay.
Grant Morrison's coming back to DC as well.
Right?
Grant's coming back to do a mini-series. Now, I think it's only 4 issues. Let me bring it up.
Now, this is the new Superman comic?
It's another Superman comic, but it's Superman and the Authority in a new team-up series. Now, I believe, as I said, I think it's only 4 issues or something long. Now, it's a limited series.
And the artwork on the cover has Superman in a different suit again.
Yes, that's Clark.
So that's Clark's new costume?
And that symbol is very much the Kingdom Come symbol.
Exactly right.
Right? So the publisher says that the new limited series will help launch an all-new status quo for Superman, setting up story elements that will impact both action and Superman Son of Kal-El, right? Mm-hmm. Superman the Authority is something of a multiple homecoming for Morrison. So in addition to his revered Eisner Award-winning All-Star Superman series from back in 2005, considered by many to be one of the greatest Superman stories ever written, I'll argue that fact, but anyway... Morrison was the writer of the new relaunched Action Comics as part of the New 52. Remember, Superman had the T-shirt and the jeans?
Yes.
That was all Morrison.
Okay.
So as you can see in that image there, if you can bring it back up.
Yep.
See, Superman's got a bit of a T-shirty type thing going on. It's not the cape. It's not the...
A bit of dual tone blue.
Yep. So he's teaming up with the Authority supergroup, which is Midnight or Apollo, Manchester Black.
In the background there, yeah.
Yep. And so that's a limited series coming out from DC. That's also coming. It is 1 to 4. It's only a 4-parter. Goes on sale late July. So get your pre-orders in.
Cool.
It's not actually up for pre-order yet, but you can let your local comic shop know, and they'll put your name down for it anyway. But yeah, so that's Grant Morrison. He's back. He's doing a 4-part series, limited series. That one there's probably going to be pretty hot. I think it's going to be pretty good.
Scott says Morrison is the Two-Face of comics for me. Flip a coin, and it all takes to make a good or book.
A shit, yeah, say it's shit book. Mate, Morrison, for me, very hot and cold. I love Morrison, some of his stuff from back in the day, some of his Green Lantern run he just did a couple of years ago, Green Lantern season 1 and 2 with Liam Sharp. Oh my God, I could not wrap my head around that. I just couldn't get it.
Which is weird for you and Green Lantern.
I like Green Lantern.
Yeah,
I do, and I like Hal Jordan's a bit of a favourite. Well, yeah, he's not my favourite. Kyle Rayner is my favourite. We've talked about that on the show before. But I still like Hal.
Yep.
I did not like Morrison's run. It's just too trippy for me, that one.
Scott said, I love Tomasi's run and the Super Sons run.
Mate, Peter Tomasi is just phenomenal. He's doing Challenge of the Super Sons, which is just launched. And it went digital to single issue, then it got collected. It was digital first. As part of AT&T's push to do some digital stuff.
Yep.
But the first issue has come out and I think sold out here. We're trying to get more copies back in.
Cool.
Challenge of the Super Sons, and it's an out-of-time tale. So John is still young. Him and Damien are on that same wavelength there. But Peter Tomasi, that guy is phenomenal. I love him. He did a run on Detective until recently. Yeah. His Detective run was phenomenal. The guy just writes good comics. And DC keep fucking him over. Seriously, apparently the latest I've heard is he's about to dip his toe into some independent work.
Right.
I don't know whether it's with Image or an independent publisher, but I think his time at DC is coming to an end.
Interesting.
So, and just as Brian Hitch has been with DC for quite a few years as well. You remember Brian Hitch? He's done his latest one was the Batman's Grave with Warren Ellis, big 12-part series. He's done a heap of other stuff there at DC. He's going across to do a brand new not Secret Wars, but Secret something or other at Marvel. So he's going back to Marvel. He's the guy who Brian Hitch gave us the Ultimate version of the Avengers in Ultimate Comics that they based a lot of the Marvel movies on. So he was the first one to draw a black Nick Fury that he purposely, because Mark Miller was the writer on that, and him and Mark Miller got together and said, man, Samuel Jackson would be perfect.
Would be awesome.
So they drew him to look like Samuel Jackson. That sparked what we know as the modern Marvel movie universe. You can put it back to Mark Miller and friggin' Brian Hitch. Yeah. So he's going back to Marvel. There you go.
Cool, man.
I need to take away, Gidge. I need a breath of air.
While you're talking about that and Secret Invasion,
yes.
Have you heard about this Secret Invasion television show that Disney Plus is talking about doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's why at the end of WandaVision we saw the Skrulls again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know someone who's apparently signed on to be a part of this? Who? Emilia Clarke.
Amelia Clark.
Emilia Clarke, the mother of dragons.
Daenerys Targaryen.
Yes.
Really?
She has signed on to Secret Invasion.
I'll watch that for $1.
Amelia Clarke.
You've actually got some comic news.
Amelia Clarke is pretty talented. She's dipping her toe in the comics field where she is becoming a writer.
Really?
And the new comic that she's working on is called Mum. Mother of Madness. There's a bit of artwork there. Essentially...
This is not Mod, Mother of Dragons.
No, well, yeah, maybe she's getting around it.
Someone had to do it. Had to be me.
It essentially, the main character is a single mother that finds out that she has superpowers.
Yep.
And then works at counteracting human trafficking.
Very cool. So she's writing that series?
She is writing that series.
You don't have any details on who the artist is, or?
But there's some artwork for the interior.
Oh, that looks awesome. I like that style, sir. I like that style.
But what they're saying is it's very much tongue-in-cheek humour, much like Deadpool.
Yeah?
So...
now, do you know who the publisher is?
I do not know.
You do not know? I'll have to do some research on this and find out for you.
It's just coming to light of day yesterday. So.
Okay. Because I tell you what, that looks pretty freaking
Mother
cool.
of Madness.
Mother of Madness by Emilia Clarke, a.k.a. the Mother of Dragons.
Yes.
Daenerys. Dipping a toe into the writing waters.
Emilia Clarke.
You have a thing for her, don't you? When we used to get together and watch
hang on, whoa.
Game of Thrones.
Whoa.
Yeah, he had a
I don't know if
thing
I'm ready to air this kind of laundry.
Too late, I'm already going. I'm just going to throw you on the bus with it.
Hang on. Shh. Don't tell people this. I was going to do something really nice for you just then, but
what were you going to do for me?
Well, I went for a trip today.
Did you?
I did go for a trip today.
Yeah.
And I went to a county fair. I did.
Where?
I went to a royal show in Dolby.
Dolby of all places, where Margot Robbie comes from.
Exactly. Anyway,
But the only famous thing to come out of Dolby.
Margot's aunt said to me, "Say hello to Todd for me," and then she said,
"Are you for real?"
And then she said, "What kind of show bag would you like?"
Yeah.
And what show bag would you like?
I don't know. Fuck, you got deep pockets. He's hidden this in his... I don't know, he's pulling something out of his pants.
Is this
a show bag?
It is a show bag.
Or is it something else?
It's a show bag.
Oh, I'm not going to look. You hold it up. You tell the punters at home.
Keep your eyes shut. Keep your eyes shut.
Yeah.
Okay, you can look.
I can look. Oh, Bernie Beetle. Oh, I love you, Ginge. Oh, you're a handsome ginger devil. Oh, look at all the Bernie Beetles. Look at those. Have you ever had Bernie Beetles at home? Do you know?
Can I have one?
No, you're not getting one. Of course you can.
It was only recently that we found out that Bernie Beetles were actually made from the leftover broken bits from Violet Crumbles.
Violet Crumbles, that's
back in the day. That's
yep.
why it's got that honeycomb.
These were fan. I love these.
You can't buy Bernie Beetles anywhere else except.
I love them as a kid and I love them as an adult.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah.
People are enjoying the silence of the podcast.
Oh my god, that is so good.
Oh.
Seriously though, was that Margot Robbie's grandma?
No.
You lying bitch.
Paul just said, "Did I have a Dagwood dog?" Yes, I did. I mean, yes, I did.
Didn't bring me one in, Paul.
I was a little worried that it wouldn't last.
Well, you're right.
The 5 hours from.
Hey, it would have been cool. I could have just nuked it and it would have been fine.
Because you don't have sauce on it, so then.
Could have been fine.
Bernie Beetles.
Hang on. Laura said nope. Is that nope? You've never had a Bertie Beetle? Seriously? You need to go get yourself a show bag, and you can buy them online, can't you? From some places.
You can. Yeah, I believe you can. Yeah.
You can buy the Bertie Beetles online. Laura, you have to try Bertie Beetles. They are like the best thing ever.
Scott just said that is so old school. Yes, it is.
That's because we're old school. What else you got for me?
Laura said that sounds fabulous. It does sound fabulous.
What, the Dagwood dog?
It does sound fabulous.
Yeah. What else you got?
Sylvester Stallone released a little teaser because we were talking about how he was working on a new edit of Rocky IV.
Actually, don't you know, Sly Stallone is cancelled.
I heard this story, but...
Sly Stallone is cancelled. He joined Mar-a-Lago, Donald Trump's thing in Florida. He became a member down there because he's moved to Florida, Sly, bought a big mega mansion in Florida, and he joined Mar-a-Lago. And now everyone's going, that's it, cancel Sly Stallone. I'm not cancelling Sly Stallone. I think he's fantastic. I don't give a shit where he goes to play golf. As long as he makes good action movies, that's all I want.
And then 24 hours, he put up a post saying, no, I've not joined Mar-a-Lago.
Hasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
He just moved to Florida.
So this is the problem with the media. They all just jump on board and go, Sly's there, he needs to join Mar-a-Lago.
Sly's moved to Florida. He loves golf. He's obviously going to Mar-a-Lago. I believe he is.
Is he?
I believe he is.
Most Hollywood celebrities are you a golfer?
No.
You ever played?
Mini golf? Yeah.
Yeah, I actually played at St Andrews.
You have played at St Andrews.
I did in
the birthplace of golf.
In Scotland, I played mini golf on the edge. It's still technically they actually do club.
It's mini St Andrews.
They put it on the edge of St Andrews on the actual course, so it is actually the hallowed turf.
You can't tick it off the bucket list
because so many people want to play at St Andrews, and it's a massive waiting list to get on. It's rich and famous, and you know, lords and ladies or whatever else.
Yep.
And so they went, so many people want to do it. Let's put a mini golf course. Even then, it's packed. You got still got to book a little bit of a time in to get on the mini. I played was it 9 holes? I think on mini.
Are they stylized? Do they have the windmill, the clown? No.
Not that I remember.
Really?
It was just the cool little and your little putter and everything else. So I've played on St Andrews.
Yeah.
Yes.
Technically.
Yes.
Very technical.
And I've done. I'm not a golfer per se. I don't own clubs or anything. I've never really played golf.
Okay.
But I do like going to a driving range.
Yes.
Hitting the shit out of a bucket of little white balls, and I love it when they've got the guy out there in the little thing
in the buggy, and he's always got the mesh around him too.
Yeah.
Because of people like
me.
And
because I take my frustration out and I aim at that guy, and that poor bugger's just doing his job. But I'm like, fair fucking game. You're out there. I'm here. I got a bucket of balls.
You're a moving target.
You are my moving target, and I will whack the shit out. And sometime I swear I got one lodged one day. You know, they got the mesh on the side.
Yep.
I got a ball lodged, and I reckon I'll make. I saw him do a little bit of a right. I saw the fucking thing done a wiggly line, and it was because I lodged one in the side of his thing. And I reckon he looked up, and I reckon he knew straight away because I'm sitting there going, "Yeah, me." I done that.
He pulled out his headphones, and it was amateur seal. How dare you? How dare you? Sylvester Stallone is recutting Rocky IV.
Yes.
He's actually had a film crew follow him around. They're going to do
Why is he
full
recutting
length because he believes that. Well, he had a bit of spare time up his.
No, everyone did with COVID.
COVID, and he's gone back and cut it the way he wanted to cut it, and he's actually had a film crew follow him around. So there's going to be a full length documentary about it. He's changed the title instead of just Rocky IV. It's Rocky versus Drago. The ultimate director's cut.
Everyone's doing director's cut and ultimate cuts now.
It's interesting. This was 1985. Had come out 35 years ago. It made $300 million
back then.
Back then, it made $300 million. So you can understand why Sylvester Stallone has got so much. He's got the cash. He can do whatever he likes.
He can do whatever he wants.
In the video, it's him during the middle of COVID.
He injects stuff into his butt.
Ixnay on the injection.
No. He injects this special mix of stuff. It's banned in Australia.
You see, he got in trouble because he was going through Australia to get to Thailand because he was filming Rambo
over there, but he was staying in a hotel here in Australia, or whatever, and he got in trouble because there's stuff he injects it like 2 or 3 times a day into his butt cheek, right?
Hey, if that's what makes you look like that, hey, sign me up. I'm just saying.
Oh God!
And Todd's like, don't admit
the little angel and the little devil are on my shoulder.
Don't say you want to be injected in the butt.
And I just know my wife is in my ear right now, going, "Don't, shut up, shut up, Todd."
Don't.
She is. I know it. She's just going, "Don't you dare! You make it so hard some days, Ginge."
Hang on. Stop going.
Are we still talking about Sly Stallone's buttocks?
We just do this show for our own entertainment.
We do, as long as we're laughing. I hope you're enjoying it at home. Send us a flurry of thumbs up or laugh.
Are you enjoying the show?
If you're
think
enjoying
we're just talking a whole heap of rubbish?
Now, speaking of director's cuts and recuts,
yes,
are we going to talk about fanboys?
We can talk about fanboys.
Have you got anything there to show?
No.
Okay.
No, right. So this just popped up in our feed last night.
I didn't get a chance to read a lot of it. You're more up to date, so I'm going to take it away, Ginge. Your time to shine, buddy.
Oh Jesus! I'm going to fail real badly here.
Oh my God! Paul's just sent us a message. He's gone. I've got to read this out. Sorry, Paul, but this has to be read out. He said, "Small testicles versus perky buttocks." Do you know Sly Stallone's got small testicles? Or is that the cause of the drugs? He's got a nice shaped butt, but those drugs have shrunk the boys.
I thought you were talking about me having a perky buttock. I'm like, when did
what
you
am
see
I,
that?
shrunken testicles?
Well,
then?
hey.
Anyway, take it away, Fanboys.
Fanboys, check it out. Fanboys a couple of years ago came out. And it's a great movie. I really enjoyed it.
We hung out for that movie.
Yes.
For remember,
We heard about it and heard about it.
I think there was a rough trailer,
Yes.
and we kept waiting. I think this is back when I was in the old shop.
Yes.
Yeah, and I mean, that was, we moved into this new premises. By the way, your local comic book shop here in Australia, www.kaboomcomicsaustralia.com, filmed here on location. That's where we do Geek Speak, is here at Kaboom Comics. All your comic book needs, check it on out. www.kaboomcomicsaustralia.com. Support Aussie comic shops. There you go. But anyway, we moved here in 2012. We saw the trailer and some of that other stuff for it back in the old shop, dude.
And if no one's ever seen it, essentially what it is a group of fanboys who are really can't wait to watch episode 1, Star Wars, come out.
Yeah.
But in the lead up to that movie coming out, they find out that a friend of theirs has got cancer and is dying.
Yeah.
And he's not going to last to see it released in cinemas. So they hatch this harebrained scheme.
Go on a road trip
to George Lucas's
Skywalker Ranch
and steal the print of episode 1 and watch it, and hijinks ensues.
It's got a number of people in it.
Yes.
That, Kristen Bell.
Yes. People that have gone on to bigger and
better things.
Yeah.
But anyway, Seth Rogen makes
the guy
appearance.
from Take Me Home Tonight
Take
is in it.
Me Home Tonight. Dan something or other?
Dan Fogel?
Dan Fogel.
He's a great actor. I like him.
Oh, you do?
I do.
You like him a lot.
Yes. He's in that movie Balls of Steel. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Balls of Steel, where he's a ping pong prodigy. Christopher Walken's is in it.
Oh my god.
It's a great movie.
Christopher Walken.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Fanboys had a really troubled history of being made.
Because Harvey Weinstein caused a lot of issues there, didn't he?
He did, because
it was coming out through Miramax? Or?
It was coming through Miramax, and the problem was that 40-Year-Old Virgin came out and was such a big hit. And he's gone, well, we need to put a lot of those jokes into this movie.
Which changed the movie completely.
And wanted the movie to then be R-rated.
Yeah.
Right? And then changed it all completely. And then what happened was, before they added all that into it, they had done screenings and they got like 80%, thumbs up from people.
Yeah.
They added in all this R-rated stuff, and it started going down in the ratings.
So you had the director's original version.
Yeah.
You had the Harvey Weinstein, I've stuck my fat fingers in it and fucked it version. I'm going to get in trouble for that. Anyway, I'm going to cop that one. And then they realised, oh shit, and there was a bit of a legal thing going on, wasn't there? Like back and forth between the director and Harvey. And he got, what was it, 48 hours?
He got 24 hours. 24 hours to take all the footage, cut the movie how he wanted it, and then they released that.
And that was Harvey being a nasty bit of goods for that.
Yep.
And even when he released it, Harvey, and this is why the movie didn't do good financially, he, out of pure pettiness, he restricted the release,
theatrical run of it.
Release. Instead of getting behind it, and he just went, no, it's only going out to this handful of theatres. It, of course, didn't do all that good, but it's got a die-hard fan base. It's got a real loyal...
It's a cult classic.
It's a cult classic, a bit like Clerks and all that kind of thing. And so now, gents, they're saying time to release the actual directors.
Yes.
But they're talking about rejigging it to be tied into...
They want to release the original, how they want it, but the original writer, original director are thinking about doing a sequel.
Oh.
The sequel is about a group of guys breaking into Warner Brothers
to get the Snyder cut.
Oh.
We are all over it like white on rice.
I'd like to put my hand up to work on that.
I will actually
act in that.
I'll do it for free. I'll be a DC fanboy in that for free.
I'm just saying.
Let's put that out there.
If you want to be in it, the comment down below.
Dan Fogler, Topher Grace, right here, the Aussie version of it.
I'm just saying.
You didn't say, yeah, buddy, I think you're Topher Grace.
I totally think you're Topher Grace. Way better than he ever was in
I would have rocked a better Eddie Brock than Topher Grace did.
You would have done way better in that 70s show.
Balls of Fury, not Steel.
Oh, sorry. Balls of Fury, yes.
Yes. And Paul said that was meant to be private. Bad luck, Paul. You got to put, Todd, this is private, then say it.
And completely out of context, Laura's gone, fabulous! The chocolate being made from leftover violet crumble.
Oh, yes. I thought you were talking about something else, but we were talking about perky buttocks and sliced alone. God help us. If you haven't watched Fanboys, track a copy down.
Yeah, it is a really good movie.
I think you bought me that on DVD.
Maybe.
When it came out.
I remember, I think I might have bought it in America.
Yeah.
And we brought it back and we lent it to a friend of ours. And I said, hey, dude, can I get that back? And he's like, oh, I'm sure I gave it back to you. And then when he moved house...
Like 2.5 years later.
He found it. He's like, oh, shit, no, I didn't give it back.
I'm sure I got a copy of it somewhere.
That's why what you should do is when someone borrows something, you give it to them, they hold on to it, and you take a photo of them holding it.
How many photos have you got of me holding stuff of yours? That I've borrowed.
I went to the gutter there.
You did, you dirty man.
While we're talking about the whole Snyderverse.
Yeah. Can't believe you got me Birdie Beetle, by the way. This is what true bromance is.
Oh, shit.
See? Are you just trying to get me fat?
I need to get you larger so that I look skinnier by comparison. Zack Snyder was talking about when he was working on Batman vs Superman this week, and he said that Batman v Superman was the only title they liked. They didn't like Batman versus Superman.
Yeah,
it had to be the V, and they said that originally it was going to be something like Justice League Foundations, Justice League Rising. It's
always about the V.
It is. And then Zack Snyder said, why can't it be something, he jokingly said, why can't it be something more poetic, like, how about the Son of Sun and the Night of Night? And they went, no, Zack, no. It's going to be Batman v Superman. It's all about the V.
It's all about the V, gents. All about the V. You got any other trailers or anything to show before we go?
Have we got any artwork or anything to show off?
Oh, have you got a Booster Gold Blue Beetle?
No, I don't think I do.
I gave you that.
Dude, it might be. I might have.
So I'll talk about it next week.
Yeah,
that one. Yeah.
But we do have Rob Liefeld.
Oh yeah.
You wanted to talk about this. It's
It's
going to be an interesting piece of artwork. This Rob Liefeld.
Right, I don't know much about it. Bring it on up.
Yep,
bring it on up. That is a brand new piece of Rob Liefeld artwork. Now, this was going to be a brand new superhero team, comic kind of thing that he was going to launch via NFT. We've been talking about
another
NFTs.
Another nifty.
Yep. Now, check that out. How cool does that character look with the friggin' fin on his head and the gloves, the superhero?
A little bit of Rocketeer happening there.
Yeah, I love that. It's got that golden age look to it. I think that looks really good. Anyway, Rob Liefeld was meant to bring that out, launch that, I think, in the next week or two via NFT. He's pulled it.
What?
He's pulled it back. He's gone, you know what? We don't know enough. I mean, he had feedback from people going, it's bad for the environment, it's bad for this, blah, blah, blah. So he's gone, you know what? I had plans. There were going to be special tokens, special character things you could get as add-ons and all this. We're going to pull it back. We're going to wait a few weeks or another month or two, and then we'll see. And then there's now rumblings he may even just turn around and publish it somewhere like Image or something like that, and we may see a new Rob Liefeld created book. Because
that the article that I read, he was saying we're having trouble with trying to figure out how people are going to view it, or how are they going to display it, or what's it all about?
NFTs, mate, does my head in. I'm not 100% sure. By the way, I don't know whether you just saw that, but this is the image my wife just sent. My wife has sent me a lovely little emoji of herself just doing this. She's
like, oh my God, what are you guys talking about? All right, well, while you're doing that, maybe we'll watch this trailer, because that seems to be what this trailer is all about.
Really?
A little known Marvel television show
called MODOK.
They called me Big Head.
One day, that big, beautiful, womb-wrecking head of yours is going to change the world.
Time to change the world by bringing it to its knees. Attack! The future is MODOK! MODOK! And do you know what MODOK stands for? Mental organism designed only for killing. For killing.
Where does he go at night? Nobody knows.
Oh, no one took the cans out? Come on! Ugh.
We have to tell the kids about us.
Kids, she's lost her mind. You have to stop her.
MODOK, what are you telling the kids?
I'm comforting them. And if you tell her I said any of this, this will be one of the many divorces where it is the kid's fault. I'm Wonder Man.
Pending Avenger, underwear model, and lover of your wife.
This is an outrage! Ah! I shall reclaim my family! I shall reclaim my destiny! Iron Man!
Cheap shot to the back of the head, I know. But I was actually aiming for literally any other part of your body.
Yeah! Woohoo!
Toot toot toot, right? Toot 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 toot.
Am I good businessman?
Yeah, about that. We're bankrupt.
What?
I'm sorry. I thought this coffee was for everyone.
Oh man, that looks so good. At the beginning of it, lent you in this direction,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden it did a U-turn and went, no.
So that's Peyton Oswalt voicing MODOK.
Yes, yes.
And that has to be Nathan Fillion as Wonder Man.
Yes.
Oh, that is so cool.
I love the fact that Iron Man, whoever's doing the voice, is really doing Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I'm all over that. When does that come out?
Was it May 21, I think it
And
comes
that's going to be
out?
on Disney Plus?
On Hulu.
On Hulu?
It's interesting that it's going to be on Hulu. It's not on Disney Plus, yeah.
So how do we get that in Australia? Are we going to have to... Arr.
Yes, yes. We're going to sail the mighty seas of the
dark seas we're going to do, Jins.
John said, gives me Robot Chicken vibes. Yes, I believe it's the Robot Chicken Studios that are doing it.
The same crew,
Yeah.
is it? There you go. That explains an awful lot.
Laura's just going,
Danny said that's terrifying. Now I'm not sure what she's talking about.
I think she's terrified about what we've been talking about
She
before the
probably
trailer.
has been, actually. Anyway.
It's been an interesting night.
It has been a good show. I hope you've enjoyed this show, folks. We are at the tail end of it.
We are. Thank you very much for tuning in once again.
Paul's already had to leg it on out because the Eels are playing the Broncos tonight. Your team, Broncos. And he's a diehard Broncos fan, so he's going to. He goes, Broncos going to flog the Eels tonight.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. I mean, yes. Yes.
Positivity, Ginge.
Yes. We've got some great stuff coming up next week for some of the stuff that we haven't spoken about this week already.
Have we?
We haven't. We have not shown the trailer.
Have we?
I believe we haven't shown the trailer for Justice. I mean, Jupiter.
Oh, we haven't actually. No, we keep bumping that.
We might have to do that again.
Add that on to next week. We'll do that for next week.
Anything people want to talk about quickly before we have to go?
Anything? Anything there? By the way, send us I want to see a wave. I haven't even got this up. Hang on.
John just said, first full episode, and I loved it. John, did you already watch the MODOK?
Is it out?
Well, I guess it's the 23rd, so yes, it must be already out.
Oh,
because
okay.
It comes to 20... Yeah?
I want to see people, a flurry of love hearts there if you can show them to me. If you love the big Ginger Ninja here, if you enjoyed the show, thumbs up for or love hearts for the Ginger Ninja.
Oh.
And he's a great co-host, he really is. And the fact that he bought me in a Birdie Beetle show bag, buddy.
Give us the O look for Birdie Beetle.
Buddy,
oh my God, Birdie Beetle.
That is just love right there.
Oh my God, Birdie Beetle.
That's bromance right there, that is.
Oh God.
I'm not seeing the love. Where's the love, people? Show me a flurry of things here flying up on our screen. I think it's dropped.
I think you might have broken your phone.
Oh no, he said this show, us, first full episode, and I loved it.
Oh dude, no. Oh,
thank you,
very
John.
much.
Oh, yes, special person. We're glad you tuned in. Glad you got a full episode live and didn't have to watch it on repeat. Folks, I think we are back next Friday. I think.
It depends on if I'm doing anything. No.
Yeah, so we'll be back next Friday then. We hope you've enjoyed it. This has been my co-hostess with the mostest, Mr. Wade Copson on the pots and the pans.
Wade Copson on pots and pans. Thank you very much for tuning in once again.
What's this?
Because I'm banging on my head because I'm wearing a pot on my head with the handle.
Oh, yeah.
And
well, that's where the bowl cut comes from.
Well, exactly right. You know,
I've been your host, Todd Bailey. You've been watching Geek Speak Live. Have an awesome weekend, and remember, stay geeky.
Bye.
Bye.